Good morning, distinguished participants of our conference. First of all, I would like to extend my thanks to the organizers of this meeting, and I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to address you. I would like to send my greetings to our brothers and sisters and the Mujahideen in Caucasus, because they continue the war on behalf of us in Caucasus, so we need to do our best to help our brothers and sisters. What do I want to talk about? There are a couple of pictures that I wanted to show you, but somehow the slides are not projected. There are friends of mine who were imprisoned in Russian jails. There are over 2,000 Mujahideen in Russian jails, and they suffer from very severe hardships. Zubayr, I wanted to show his picture. He is being tortured. He is from Chechnya, and he was imprisoned in a jail in Russia, and he is a totally innocent person. And after he was imprisoned, he had to stay there for 5 years, and he is unable to even walk because his spine has been broken, all his internal organs have been damaged, although he was a totally healthy person. We don't even know if he still survives or not. Normally at the beginning of June he will be set free, but he will no longer be healthy when he leaves the jail. He is just one example out of hundreds of prisoners in Russian jails. Many of our heroes have been assassinated or slaughtered, and so Russia still tries to show his death as a natural death. We have many heroes and mujahideens like Bayev, and most of those heroes are being tortured to death. Even more horrific is our hands are tied in order to stop this tide. We cannot really help these people. Victoria Pucco from America is a human rights activist. We talked to this activist in order to save our mujahideen, in order to refer to the International Victims of War Convention about our mujahideen. Unfortunately, we were not successful. Russia always claims to fight against the terrorists in Caucasus, but it is Russia who is being the terrorist here, but Russia does not want to accept this. Russia says people in our prisons are guilty, they commit crimes. I want to call upon all the governments. Please help us. Let's put pressure on Russia and let's save our mujahideen in Russian jails. They should at least be treated as war hostages. They are not criminals, they are war hostages, and this is how they should be treated at least. And we should help these people the best we can. If we have the necessary financial means, we can also support these people financially, because those people are devoid of everything. They are starving, because all those people in these jails cannot really eat the food that is being served to them, because the food is not prepared in line with the rules of Islam, so they have to starve for days in a row. So they don't have any means to continue their livelihood. Even a letter of support would encourage them and would give them a reason to continue. So you could at least support them with your encouraging words. we try to raise awareness about these cases of torture and persecution. Zubari and many other journalists covered these incidents. In the city of Tomsk, for instance, our Mujahideen was tortured and he was also attacked by dogs. İlham Hasayov is also kept in jail. He was sentenced to imprisonment for 17 years and he's still in jail. And I would like to call upon everyone. Let's make these stories heard. Let's make sure that maximum number of people hear these stories, because sometimes this is the only way to stop torture. Because if we raise public awareness about all these crimes, then we can bring these to a halt. Thank you very much for giving me the floor. Thank you very much, Elena Maglevannaya. You drew attention to human rights violations in Chechnya. You also reminded us that we Muslims living in Turkey have a huge responsibility towards the peoples of this geography. There are many brothers and sisters who had to emigrate from Chechnya and they encounter a lot of problems. They suffer from a lot of problems. They have identity problems, education problems, belongingness related problems, and they have the problem or challenge to continue their livelihood. So all these people came to Turkey as Mujahideen maybe, but we are Muslims of Turkey and we could not really support them and extend a helping hand to them as much as we had to. What makes matters worse is these people do not have only practical livelihood problems, they were also attacked by Russian assassins and the gang of Kadyrov killers. They were killed by these gangs. And these crimes have not been brought to light yet. So we think that the Turkish government and the Turkish law enforcement have to fulfill their responsibility. Unfortunately, they failed to do so until today. And I think this is encouraging for the gangs who were involved in these killings. So I think that we should accentuate this once again.